Then he fell in love with Jazeera, a Nuba woman. They married in 2011. And Jazeera, have you turned Ryan into a Nubian at this point?
I didn't turn him into Nubians, he turned himself. Yeah.
He had a pretty good instructor, I think.
Yeah, and just looking at him and how he behaved, he's a Nubian. So.
Their world was shattered last June. The Sudanese government mounted a vicious offensive to crush an insurgency. Samaritan's Purse ordered Boyette to board a plane to safety.
Every organization was pulling out, including Samaritan's Purse at the time, and they told me, it's time for you to come out now. And I said, okay, thank you for your concern. I will resign respectfully from the organization, and I will continue to stay in Nuba with my wife.
I mean, that's a pretty dramatic leap to make.
I prayed quite a bit with Jazeera, but we also felt that there's no way that we could have left our friends and people that I've known for 9 years. There's no way we could have left Jazeera's family and just said, you know, we hope that you make it out on the other end of this okay. So we decided to stay and decided to form a team and report what was happening. So these photos are actually of a bombing that happened in a place called Kurchi in, I believe, August. You can see all of these victims were children. The Antonov bombs, when they hit the ground, immediately shrapnel goes everywhere, and a lot of times even a very small piece of shrapnel can be devastating. It's really heart-wrenching to see this, especially when it happens to children.
If the international community were to take out some of the Antonovs, would that make a difference in the food situation in South Kordofan?
Oh, definitely. I think the thing
While in Yida refugee camp, South Sudan, we walked to a local coffee house to talk about just how bad the situation is and what can be done. How soon before we have a lot of kids dying of starvation?
Within 3 months, you will see people dying of starvation en masse. Omar Bashir is not allowing food to come in. So does the international community just sit back and watch thousands and thousands of people from one ethnic group die?
So the only hope to avert mass starvation is cross-border humanitarian aid over the dead body, in effect, of the Sudanese government.
Yes, that's the only way. Okay, Chris. He said even if there's a way to go tonight, he'll let us know. Yeah.
It was Boyette who smuggled me into the Nuba Mountains in his Land Cruiser, camouflaged with mud. We passed within a few miles of Sudanese front lines. Our aim was to report on people who were being forced to live in caves to shelter from bombs.
She said we're hiding from the Antonov. بكفي لكم ولا ما بكفي؟
ما بكفي عشان يجيش كتير كمان ما بكفي.
She said that there's no way it'll feed all of us. Also, the soldiers are many and they also need food. بتاك سمك لكن بتاك بكون سبونا.
To its credit, the Obama administration is working hard to end the food blockade in Nuba. But Boyette is skeptical, as am I, that the measures under consideration will be enough to avert starvation. If Boyette has anything to do with it, images of Nuba courage, resilience, and suffering will make it into American living rooms and build the political will for Washington and the world to take firm action. Well, to your health.
Yeah.
I hope he stays safe and prods our consciences. In the Nuba Mountains of Sudan, for the New York Times, I'm Nicholas Kristof.